You think the righteous have been paid yet?
It's time.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
The elite always pay up.
By the way, tomorrow night,
Holy
of course,
S is right,
is
dude.
Double or Nothing.
Look at who they
you can
brought.
Scan the QR code on your screen
What?
right now and join us on Bleacher Report. And be a part of it at 8, 7 Central. Of course, 90 minutes before is the buy-in on our YouTube channel. Absolutely free with some great matches.
It's a big one tomorrow night, Double or Nothing.
Look at Dutch, man, just trying to...
AEW Collision,
trying his
guys.
best to knock down Claudio Castagnoli. Why not pick him up and slam him with ease?
There's Castagnoli, who's normally known for his strength, and you can see that.
Let's go.
Dutch
The final collision before
the superstar, the ace.
Double or Nothing on the morrow.
Tanahashi. Look at Claudio move here.
I'm
Big European
relaxed.
uppercut.
Goki's in the house. Zach's in the house. Dro's in the house.
Look at
Welcome,
that
everybody.
strength that we have seen so many times from Castagnoli.
It's very loud.
Body slams 300 pounds for breakfast.
Extremely loud in my ears.
What a treat Claudio is to watch
All right.
perform.
I think I fixed it a little bit. Look at this.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Daniel Garcia
Yo,
and
Daniel Garcia.
Tanahashi has joined Team AEW here tonight. Looks like
Hiroshi
they're against these
Tanahashi.
men
Are you kidding?
for the elite.
This is crazy,
The
man.
Righteous and Lance Archer.
Come on, Danny.
And right now, Vincent is just
They
way
said, hey,
away
check
on
this out.
Garcia's
Guess what we got in our
cover
back pocket?
As best he can.
There you go.
Blocks, fires back. Boy, Daniel's got a lot of reserve, Nigel.
You want to mix it up
It's
with
my
the
guy, Tanahashi, man. Are you kidding me?
vigor.
Let's freaking go. Here, let me get in my Twitch chat right now. Can't see. Can't see you guys right now. It's Cesario,
We're going to see the Lucha Brothers team for the first time.
Daniel Garcia, aka Bryan Danielson.
We're going to hear from
They could both be called that if you think about it.
And of course, as we
A
said,
little
we
bit.
got a big four-way tag team match.
And Hiroshi Tanahashi, dude, just said, hey, guess what?
And our big trios main event. Bryan
They said,
Danielson
guess what?
against
They could just pull like the Japanese John Cena out of nowhere.
She does some dancing.
I think the Righteous should add Joe Gacy. I think they should too, man, but I don't know if they can do that.
Live on TBS continues in picture. Stay with us.
I don't know if they can just do that, you know?
How about that double twist and shout we saw? That was something.
You like that, right?
I sure didn't. Not so much this, but
I recall you used not like that dancing so much.
well, listen.
Versus the Righteous. We got Lance Archer.
Everything. He's fickle. Everything.
He's fickle.
Lance
You're
Archer.
fickle.
I'm still not thrilled with it. I'll be honest, Tony.
Okay.
Still not thrilled with it.
Okay.
Well, fans, by the way, you can join us for Double
then
or
there's
Nothing on
Dutch
pay-per-view
and Vincent.
internationally on YouTube, ppv.com.
Boom.
Also on DAZN. And of course,
Double or
Dave
Nothing
Buster's
is tomorrow, guys.
It's, by the way,
Hope you
first
guys are
time
ready
ever
for
on
it.
DAZN. Dave Buster's, and of course, you can join us on Bleacher Report as
Vincent.
well. And on Sky.
Oh,
So as
there
you
we go.
can tell, there's no way to miss Double or Nothing.
time,
it's
guys.
everywhere, and it's
They pulled a wild Hiroshi Tanahashi out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Yo, Robert to the Stonington. Na, 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 na. The People's Elbow. Robert Stone with the bits. Thank you so much for the bits, man. Finish, I have no idea, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want anybody even talking about it, because, you know, there's somebody somewhere who knows something, and they're going to put it in this chat. So I'd rather not. I'd rather not even talk about it, man.
Try to guide this company in the right direction. They're going to have something up their sleeve, Tony. You know it.
You know where I was 5 years ago, Nigel?
You know how people are. You know what'll happen.
I'm not going to say
So
it.
I'd rather
You
just
say it.
leave it at that.
Row ringside.
We'll find out when we find out.
Watching Nigel McGuinness matches.
Well, I've seen a lot of those too, but yep, front row
Oh my
ringside,
goodness,
right
look at this.
here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Garcia's got to get out of the
Yo, what an RKO.
Garcia sent with a hammer
What an
throw
RKO.
into the corner by the incredibly strong, powerful, and vicious.
What? It's Mary Mania. Mary, thank you for the bits.
Lenny to Vincent's George.
What is this? Don't do the dance. No, please. No, okay. Dutch said I can't do that dance.
I went to high school.
Oh yeah, Justin knows. How many licks does it take? Yeah, see, I don't want to know. I appreciate the question, but I want it to fade away. Let's just not ask that because I don't want to know. And I don't want somebody to come in here and tell us. Tactically, August the 15th, you know. I don't want to know.
Cuts off an attempted tag. Here on the other end. For how long? Oh, great move by Archer. Really was.
Lance Archer being a terror, just like normal. Collision is on and popping, guys. Got a super sparkly collision right now. But hey, what are you gonna do? This is what it takes. Super sparkly collision. It's Mary Mania. Mary, thank you again. Robert Stone, thank you as well. See, Shroom knows what I'm talking about.
Almost knocked him off his feet, but not quite. Ducks the big pump. Now sends it down with a running forearm chop. What an incredible, shocking appearance by...
Shocking appearance is right, dude. The president of New Japan just shows up like, oh, I guess I'll show up on Collision tonight. I was already getting online to start the stream, but as soon as I saw Tanahashi, I'm like, whoa, hang on. No, let's freaking go, man.
Nasty landing for the big man. Is Vincent now trying to get things back in his team's favor? A pick up. Oh, and now there's no one who can stop it.
Let me swing the biggest guy.
Look at this.
Giant swing. No, Lance Archer says, forget that.
He stopped the giant swing.
He looks so weird too, like younger. He looks happier, you know. Looks like he's not so. Oh my gosh. Wow, vertical suplex by Claudio on Lance Archer. Yeah, this Collision is not playing around. It's crazy because the card that they told us we were getting is not the card we're getting. Which I can understand and I can appreciate as well, because I kind of wouldn't like for the people who are there depending on tomorrow to be the main focus of this card, like what it was looking like for a bit. So I'm cool with it. Uh-oh, Jimmy John's. Dude, Jimmy John's is on us. Gotta get rid of Jimmy John's real quick.
It's the most electrifying move in sports entertainment today.
Jimmy John's is all over us.
An exclamation point. The people's elbow.
Yo, it's the people's elbow. It's the Robert elbow. You see this? The exclamation point. The Robert elbow. Look at these bits. Thank you, man. Thank you for the bits. It's Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's. They don't want us to watch along. Jimmy John's is having themselves a little interference here. Come on, Jimmy John's. Whoa. Loud as heck. You mean to tell me that Tanahashi showed up and didn't lose? Wow. Hiroshi, Tanahashi, and team win the match. J-Rock, what's up, man? Yeah, Claudio's looking super strong. Do the dance. Tanahashi's trying to do the Daniel Garcia dance. Claudio said, I'm not doing that.
For the men who have directed this company are EVPs, the Elite.
The Elite. Yo, Wes. Dude, that was awesome. What a surprise. Now that's a heck of a surprise right there. I wonder how much that costs. How much do I have to pay to get Hiroshi Tanahashi to show up at like my gathering that I'm having? I'm having a barbecue. Can I get Hiroshi? How much does it cost? Have him show up at my stream? Can I have Tanahashi sit next to me and we can do a little Mario Party?
For violent, ungrateful, ignorant, deranged men want only to destroy.
Wonder how much that would cost. How much do you think it would cost, guys? What, like $5,000, something like that? Probably not a whole lot.
Son of a bitch.
Even in the face of such
Plane ticket alone is like $2,000. Yeah, like $5,000 and then $2,000 for the plane ticket, like there and back, or here and back. I think like $7 grand. Thinking like $7 grand. Just for like one appearance, and he doesn't even have to wrestle. You know, he could just hang out and play video games and stuff with me. How crazy would that be? One day you just tune into the stream, and then I'm like, "Hey, guess what, guys?" And then I move the camera a little bit, and it's just Tanahashi sitting here. Him and Dudley are high-fiving each other. If I pay $7 grand, you better be able to do balloon animals and face painting. What the heck? Aw, yeah. It's collision. Love potion number 9. That's the song right there. We have Collision Intermission. 10 grand altogether, says Zach. This pay-per-view match almost took out Danielson. It's going to be a crazy match. The, what do you call it? The Anarchy in the Arena? Yeah, he's definitely not had the best track record with this particular match type that's coming up. Those Young Buck Reeboks just too fresh. I wish they had like a little bit different outer sole. It's like the outer sole looks very plain, but the design of the shoe itself looks cool. I wonder how much they are. Did somebody say they're $200? I don't know about no 200, man. They look all right though. I do like the design of the upper part, but just the sole itself looks very plain and like glued on or something. I don't know how else to put it. It's cool they got the pumps though, you know? It's really cool they got that technology within them. WB! What's up, WB? Alright, back to it. Let's see what they're doing after this commercial break. What happened before that tag match we just saw, guys? I didn't see it. Heck yeah. Who else would they want doing their shoe commercials? You don't want anybody else doing your shoe commercial. They're not Michael Jordan. Jordan can have other people doing shoe commercials for him because they'll everyone already knows that's an established brand. Of course the Young Bucks are going to do their own shoe commercial.
We are back live on TV.
Oh, it's Cero Miedo.
In AEW history, let's go back to Bobby Cruz.
Bobby Cruz. Hey, they brought the Lucha Kids. They're not setting off the fire. They said forget that. We don't want no problems. They have a cool theme song.
Here's what happened on Wednesday.
We'll take you back. The trio champions, the Bang Bang Gang in the middle of the ring. Surprised by the return and the allegiance of the former trio champions.
They brought the little Lucha kids out. They said, nah, we're not setting off the pyro, man.
Physicality in the ring with Death Triangle drawing a line in the sand. They face off at double or nothing.
Homemade lemonade. That's a nice rhyme. Look like my Converse sneakers from 1986 with the pump added to it. Yeah. The side looks very, very plain. They're not bad looking shoes. It's just the sole looks separate from the top a little too much. For my taste. I would definitely rock them, but I'm not paying for them. The Lucha kids are here.
Back together again. And so
here we go. It's time to put our guns up, guys. I got 2 words for you.
We are set to go with what should be a great tag team match. Here come the opponents.
It's time.
On this, the 5th anniversary of AEW.
At a combined weight of 425 pounds, they are representing the Bang Bang Gang, and they are 2/3 of the unified World Trios Champions, Austin and Cody.
Let's get it.
And it's always a great match when the Gun Club is here. The sun's out. The guns are out. Austin Gun, Colton Gun. You know what they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and they are more than just fruit from the loins of Daddy Ass. They are the saplings stretching their supple
It's a glitter gun.
towards the sunlight, and don't they
Ah, the black and white Larry Bird Converses. Nice. Pretty son, you have to let me win in Street Fighter and have $200 platter of sushi, then I come to your house. Wait, what?
A big part of Double or Nothing, a win by the Lucha Brothers.
Wait a minute.
A trios match tomorrow for the unified, as you mentioned earlier. For the
Guns up.
unified
People
trios
got their guns up
championship
on YouTube. I see you.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, you can see the
Let's
guns
go.
here, trying to get into fisticuffs because this ends in a disqualification. Time's not on the line tomorrow. It's a smart decision.
That's a great call, Nigel. And
Dang,
we're
man.
looking at
I don't know
two
who's
teams.
winning
Both
this.
teams have been AEW World Tag Team Champions. Both have been trios
Do you guys know what happened before that tag match we just saw? Did anything happen?
Disparaging remarks towards
Yeah,
the
I
Gun
hope Juice is okay, man. I hope he comes back sometime soon.
He's the hype man. You should know that by now.
I understand his role at
Zero,
ringside. He's
Miero.
the air traffic controller.
Zero,
calling
Mapo.
plays, if you want to use an American football term.
Well, tomorrow is Double or Nothing. Again, you see the QR code on your screen to join us on Bleacher Report. Scan that right now and go to the link and join us. And right now, you can see that Ray and Penta pretty fired up about being back together again for the first time in quite a while.
They've got to be excited, not just teaming together, but also reuniting with the third Death Triangle member.
Wait a second. Wow. That was a pretty good answer by both men. And look at Colton get up with that drop kick. And look at Colton go down. Well, we've got fast and furious action going on right here. And the fans are loving every bit of it. And all 4 men doing all they can to pull themselves up. A miss.
All right, predictions are open, guys. Get your prediction in now if you'd like for them to count.
Watch out, they're headed our way, Tony.
Absolutely. Here they come. Oh, the slide as the Guns they're trying to go into the ring. Oh,
Brilliant.
it was great move by the Guns.
They speak German as well.
Rolls them on the inside, and the Guns one step ahead here. The tag is made, and Colton will come in. Austin and Colton right to the midsection, knee left.
Oh, yeah.
Big lariat that time.
Seamless offense from the Guns. And what about this? having this match.
Said
How
deep
brave, how
dish
credible. They're gonna have
pizzas
to come out
and
here for this match. They could have just
teriyaki
stayed in the back.
chow mein. What?
What are you getting at here? They think what?
They're coming out here. They
That's
are
not fair,
giving
dude.
Death Triangle the opportunity to earn a title match. Here's the cover.
1, 2, a 2
I'm
count.
just saying that's very brave.
I'm picking the guns.
Whatever, tomato, tomato.
Well, you really proved the point there, Tony. Thank you.
Tag is made, and here we go. It's great being on TBS on a Saturday night once again. I want to tell you that. Double suplex that time, and Austin will make a cover. Looking at far leg. Gets a 2 count, and this match on TBS Live continues in picture-in-picture.
What a picture it is. Oh, look at this. Austin Gunn tying Penta to the bottom rope.
See, there's no call for that at all.
Why not?
Because
It's fair game. You come out here wearing a mask with ponytails on it. Your opponents can use it.
the fans there, you see how you can join us internationally tomorrow on Double or Nothing, PPV.com.
Let's go.
Available on DAZN, available on Sky, available on
Grilled cheese
YouTube,
and bologna? Nice.
and of course, also available in select international markets.
Sounds awesome, man.
All around the world. We
I
hope
had
you will
nothing.
Join us tomorrow night. International Championship will be on the line, and many other great matches.
So how fired up
All
Will
right,
Ospreay was
prediction
after the
is
attack
locked
on
in. May the
Wednesday
odds
night.
be ever in your
That will
favor
be
on
off the
Twitch.
charts, no question.
Anna Jay's ring
Pick it
there?
up and attack.
You saw Anna Jay?
Last
Was
night
she on the
Rampage,
show already?
you saw it, Tony.
Yep, I saw it.
Nobody knows what happened before that tag match.
And we're going to hear from Willow a little bit later on. What a bitter rivalry that's become. I mean, bitter.
Serena Deeb versus Tony Storm. That's what you're looking forward to?
Since Penta glancing into the ring post.
Don Callis came out and Moxley was in the ring. Don said to Moxley the first day he was in AEW, Double or Nothing helped him win a match against Kenny, so Don feels like John owes him
You
something.
see it,
He mentions the only one
believe it, it's impossible to ignore.
that could beat Kenny one-on-one was Takeshita. Aha!
Bang, 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 bang. Well, someone else.
You know,
I
Austin
see, I
goes out of
see.
his mind,
Thank
doesn't
you. Thank you, WB.
he? I wouldn't say that to him to his face,
I
but
know, you're a coward.
no, I'm not a coward. Yes.
No, I'm not a coward.
You've got plenty of miedo when it comes.
It would be
to the
crazy
Gun
if
Club.
Serena won.
He's
Yeah,
Austin
but
Gunn
then
now
she's
doing
just
his
in a
best to position
sandwich there.
himself between his
It's,
opponent and his opponent's corner. Tag team
they need to
wrestling
build Serena up more
101.
if she's going to win that title. I feel like
And here's another
this
tag
it
match.
would.
Colt will be back in.
They've
I
done
think
it way
Tony
too
Colt
much
and
with the
Austin.
women's title, how they just hot potato it onto people, and they're not really having much going on, and people want to see them lose the title immediately.
You won't, but fans, you can't deny what Austin and Colton have done. in
I
a
don't
very
want that
quick
for
time.
Serena, dude.
Less than
I think
26 months
they just
after
got to
making
build
their
her up
debut
better.
cover, 1-2. After making their debut in AEW, they became World Tag Team Champions.
Exactly. How long have you worked in this industry, Tony?
Putting the title on her could work. I'm not saying it couldn't, but it's just the track record doesn't look very good for that. They need to give her something more interesting to do than just get the title.
One and only Nigel McGuinness. This match, if won by the Lucha Brothers, will make the trio.
Then Takeshita beat down Moxley. Okay.
At Double or Nothing for the Unified Trios Championship. And right now, each man needs to get their partner in. As Austin
Look at this.
tried to
Austin was
cover
running around this ring. Or he was running the apron quicker than he was running in the ring.
Brilliant. This close. Well, that's small. Wait a second.
He tumbles through, does.
Yo, what did I say?
Penta, now Ray
Did I
Phoenix.
say Snoophausen?
High flyer, incredible. Crossbody from the top.
Thank you for
Colton
following.
elevates Penta, but here comes Ray.
What did I say?
They're trying for a double team here.
Yeah, Austin Gunn's great.
The Tiaras.
Ouch. What's this?
Tried an enziguri that takes him down with another Tiaras. Ray. Big splash. 1, 2. No.
That was
No
close.
trace,
Randy
amigo.
Martinez referee says only 2.
All right, that's enough. Time to head to the back, fellas.
Let's see what happens here. Oh my God!
And a promo of Will with his face all bloody, and he feels like no one outperforms him in the ring, which is true. Ah, Will Ospreay. I thought you were talking about Will Hobbs for a second. I don't think Serena will win. Had she not had that health issue, it could have been a different story. Who knows? Yeah, they just need to take their time with her. Take their time and give her something interesting to do, man.
Just in time. Not a lot of mustard left. Or is that sriracha when it comes to Penta?
Sriracha?
Dumping Penta outside. Now Penta comes back in.
Oh, wait a second. Look at this. Setting up for it.
310 to Yuma.
No 310.
Ray rolled through that time. And Penta with a thrust kick. Into that. Reverse kick that time. Penta up top or make it.
Ref's like, do whatever you want.
Penta on the bottom. Could be a double team fear factor. It's what it is. Oh.
Ouch.
Ray with a dive. Meanwhile inside.
That's one of those trays.
2, 3.
Wow, the Lucha Bros win.
Boy, he didn't have to really even pin the shoulders that time because Austin was.
Oh yeah, this is a new ref.
Tomorrow night.
Ref.
World Trios Championship.
Lucha wins.
The Bastard. Death Triangle back together.
We are Mexicans.
Have becoming champions once again in AEW.
Well, they head to Double or Nothing with some momentum, definitely.
Lucha wins.
But once Jay White, the Switchblade, joins up with the current Trios champions.
Is this pre-taped or no?
It may be a very different ending.
Well, this is not pre-taped.
You can bet on that.
Either way, it's fine. It's just I want to know if it's pre-taped because I won't do predictions on it. Because people can just like look up the results and get ahead. We are Mexicans, just like we didn't do results for SmackDown this week. We didn't do predictions on it. Look at that. The Lucha Kids.
Sat at ringside watching the match down. It was a very interesting ending to the match. Brian Keith tapping out to both Shibata.
Pin their trios champions before the pay-per-view, so maybe they're not losing tomorrow. Maybe the Guns will retain. The Bang Bang Gang retain.
But that wasn't enough for Shibata to attack Big Bill, and then Hook, who attacked Jericho, fighting, battling him all the way
Bang
back
Bang Gang
to the
retain.
arena.
Maybe they do. Maybe they retain tomorrow.
Chris, you've got your hands full
Yo,
tomorrow
it's
night with
Chris
not
Jericho.
one, but 2 challengers after the double submission on Dynamite. Does this change your strategy at all moving forward?
If I may be so bold, if there's one thing that Chris has always taught me, it's that when you face adversity and you are facing your darkest hour, you have to dig deep to pull out the light. And I think that for sure applies here, don't you?
I agree, don't you, Arcady? I love your name. Sounds like a place where you play video games.
Arcady.
I have to say this. I wasn't expecting
I like
to
it.
have 2 opponents.
Sounds like a
But now
place
that
you
I
play
do,
video games.
After 33 years of being on top of the
Jericho,
wrestling
what's
business,
going
doing some
down
of
here?
the greatest things that have ever been done. Having the fan base that I have, I know I'm going to have to work extra hard to retain this championship, but as the longest reigning for the world champion at over 34 days, I think I'm going to come out with the win. Because when you're Chris Jericho, the learning tree, you have to be ready to face all adversaries and all different types of opponents.
Uh-oh, it's Brian Keith.
I missed my shot, but I can promise you, this ain't the last you've seen of me.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Well, everybody wants
Yeah.
to climb the
Thanks,
learning
Brian.
tree.
Cool. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Approaching the ring, Wrestling Today
It's Kyle O'Reilly.
British Columbia, Canada, weighing 206 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
Let's go.
His opponent in the ring,
Hey, I've seen this guy before.
Big
KM. Big KM.
We'll go up against
Kyle O'Reilly, baby. Let's go. Kyle came back and wrestling like every show. For real. Yeah, Tony's getting that off time back. Absolutely. KM. Let's put Kushida. At least I can know where the person I had fill in. Mr. Auto Parts, yep. Bluegrass knows.
Big hammer throw that time. He believes in himself.
KM's huge, man.
Oh, and he runs into a boot from Kyle O'Reilly.
Right now, just waiting, lying in wait, and using KM's momentum to his advantage. Guillotine with the body scissors. Could get a submission, no. Close enough to the ropes.
Kyle O'Reilly has a guillotine hooked. And I think the big man's going out.
Oh. Kyle O'Reilly, let's go to hold. Opts for a bunch of strikes now.
Oh, and a big choke. Kyle trying to kick his way out of it.
Rolling into the armbar.
Oh, armbar. Tapped him out immediately. That's done.
The winner of this match by submission, Kyle O'Reilly.
There you go. Kyle O'Reilly wins. That's done with.
But the man who has formed a short allegiance with Adam Copeland will not have such an easy job. But what kind of Adam Copeland will show up here in Vegas?
Something's gonna happen here. Nothing's happening?
One can only imagine.
The fans coming up tomorrow night. The TBS Championship is on the line as Willow Nightingale defends against the CEO.
Thought something would happen. That's it. Wow. Okay. Thought there would be something after that match. Like somebody would run out and try to mess with them, or he'd cut a promo or something. Guess not. Did it even say who's in that Casino Royale match? I don't know yet. I missed what happened before the surprise Tanahashi. Before that, I don't know. So maybe. Can you believe she says she's the best women's wrestler of all time? What do you think of that? Do you think that's true or what? Is Sasha Monet the greatest women's wrestler of all time? I know everybody's supposed to say that, but do you believe that? Willow versus CEO, that match. Guy, quick attention after Monet got the table from. Oh, it got a lot of attention. I see what you're saying. I'm glad she went through the table, man. They needed to step this up a little bit and have a little bit of physicality. It'll be very interesting to see Mercedes wrestle again, you know? Is she gonna be rusty? Is she gonna be like better than anyone could expect her to be after a year away from wrestling? Is she gonna be somewhere in between? We're gonna find out, man. Tomorrow is Double or Nothing. Man. Could go either way. Nah. We got the background beats. Mercedes loses tomorrow, you think? How great would it be? That'd be crazy, man. Did they just put hot sauce on popcorn in the commercial? I don't know. I could see it. You just better be careful. Like, I feel like you can't put too much hot sauce on popcorn, because I don't think popcorn has such a there's just not enough body to it to deal with something like hot sauce. Hot sauce works with things that have their own like mass and flavor and stuff like that. Something like popcorn, it could get out of hand real quick. Got to be light and measured. Charlotte, Becky, Bailey, Asuka. Collision. I feel like they're doing a good job of keeping the major players safe tonight. Let's see if the second hour is able to do the same thing. One of the things that I'm always scared of on these go-home shows for AEW is they tend to put people in action that looks kind of like, whoa, hey, this person's got to wrestle tomorrow, man. Come on. Chill out. Wonder what the ticket sales are looking like. We just had the sellout in Saudi Arabia just a few hours ago for King and Queen of the Ring. Just stacked to the rafters.
We are back live
That event had some hype to it, man. When Randy Orton came out, the place went sideways. They were shaking the camera. They were cheering so loud.
Mercedes Moné, and Mercedes was
Moné.
tied. As you can see, she jumped in, fisticuffs raining down.
Oh, last night on Rampage, Mercedes got a physical with.
This is the most important thing at the end of it all. Mercedes Moné held the TBS
with Willow, huh?
Will that be a preview
Interesting.
of what we will see tomorrow night at Double or Nothing?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, being accompanied by Chris Statlander, the TBS.
Kind of sad that I missed that. She's got Chris Statlander with her. That's your girl, Willow. Dustin, that's your girl? I didn't know about this. Yeah, Rampage. Rampage yesterday. She's not here for a match. She's here to talk some trash. She dressed like a school teacher.
Infectious smile, just really a great person.
This lady's doing the quietest chant. You saw that lady? She was like, Willow, Willow, Willow.
You know, it feels really great to be here. And on the 5th anniversary of All Elite Wrestling, nonetheless. And we got Collision on TBS tonight. And you can't have Collision on TBS without the face of TBS.
Of TBS. She got over really fast, exactly. Because guess what? Personality is what's this crowd's gonna react to, dude. You can do all the moves you want, but the people who are over in this company, it goes so easily if you just look at it. Who's over in this company? Anybody and everybody who's allowed to show a personality. And if you're not allowed to do that, then guess what? You're just another wrestler. Where is Willow? Oh, you mean this Willow?
Mercedes has been here for about
Willow or Willow?
I keep talking about how much I respect
Which Willow?
her.
I think you're talking about this Willow.
We're way past respect now.
Or maybe we're talking about the other Willow.
Tomorrow,
I'm here to teach English today. I think she'd be like a what's it called? Guidance counselor. She'd be like a guidance counselor. She'd like try to keep you positive about your career and stuff or your future. Music teacher, I could see that too.
And I know championships, they come and go. But I'll be damned if tomorrow is the day this championship reign ends. Because for years, I have been working towards my dream. I've had a knee surgery. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was nearly paralyzed when I broke my neck 5 years ago before I even got here.
She broke her neck?
And so now,
A drama
I get
teacher?
to live my dream as the TBS champion.
I think she'd have to be a little better at promos to be a drama teacher.
And I'll go
Maybe
through
she's like an
mandatory
apprentice
massacres.
drama teacher.
I'll hop on a plane and go 14 hours there and back in 2 days to go to Stardom and defend this. All right? So Mercedes, I'm just getting started.
Is Mercedes here?
Now, Mercedes, you say I cannot beat you at 100%. But I know you can't beat me at any percent.
Oh.
Because last year,
You can't
I
beat me
did
at any
just
percent.
that. And tomorrow,
I like that.
at Double or Nothing, I'm going to prove that the better woman is Willow Nightingale.
You can't beat me at any percent. Dang, man.
Double or Nothing exclusively on pay-per-view from right here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Hit him with the beat. Hit him with the beat. The beat. Hit him with the beat.
Fans are behind her, aren't they? They love her.
They certainly are.
She's
As I
gonna,
said, very
she's gonna
affable
throw Mercedes somewhere tomorrow.
She is in store for the CEO herself.
It's Sting!
Like Mercedes
I see Sting.
There's a price to pay when you mess with Monet.
Absolutely, and fans, another big match tomorrow night will be former
Got this
friends
beat
as Orange Cassidy takes
blowing this place up, man. You can't even hear the crowd.
Let's go back to Lexi there. Lexi.
Trent Beretta, as we saw this past Wednesday on Dynamite, you have
It's
all the
Trent
momentum heading into
Beretta.
your
He's
match
breaking
at
the
Double or Nothing
rules.
against Orange Cassidy. But aside from momentum, this goes deeply personal for you. We saw you end Chuck Taylor's career. Will Orange suffer the same fate?
You know, I've already said.
He said this
everything
interview
I
is
have to say
dressed like Arizona
about
green
that
tea. That's
con
real.
man, narcissist.
With ginseng.
Tomorrow night, I show the whole world something I've already known for a long time.
Uh-oh. Somebody's here. Who is it?
Hey, man.
It's Rocky.
I know we haven't talked in a while, and I just wanted to see you before tomorrow night. It's a big night, 5-year anniversary, where AEW began, Double or Nothing. And I know you've been here since day one. And there's a lot of memories between you, me, OC, Stat, Chuck. And no matter what happens tomorrow night, I just hope that there's some way that we can put this all in the past, because we're more than best friends. We're like family, and we're stronger together.
That's absolutely not happening.
Yeah.
And don't ever interrupt me again.
Oh. Dang.
Well, I say no man is an island,
Wow.
but Trent Beretta enjoying it all by himself.
Panda, 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 rocking everywhere.
Well, Rocky Romero wasn't sure before now. I'm sure he is sure now.
Uh-oh, it's time for House of Black. Oh, boy. WWE pay-per-view, and yeah, it sucked. I'm sorry you feel that way. Hopefully you can get a little bit more of what you're looking for. Oh my goodness, here they are. The darkness. Dun 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 dun. Brody King and Buddy Matthews.
Conspicuous by his absence, Malachi Black. We talked about it earlier, Tony.
What a savage.
Wednesday night, Kyle O'Reilly plays off about
My
Malachi
buddy
Black.
out. There you go. My buddy and me.
Black covered in a bloodbath. An unholy
Some time for Julia. I don't see Julia.
Of the most dangerous version of Adam Copeland.
At least not yet. She might be hiding somewhere. You never know.
Control the madman.
Radio, what's up? I wonder if that shirt costs like 99 cents. Like the cans. That'd be great. I'd buy that. I'd buy that for less than $1. Absolutely, dude. I'd wear an Arizona green t-shirt for 99 cents. Oh my goodness. It's the Gates of Agony. It's the other bloodline. They look like another bloodline. Savages, man.
And of course, Brian Cage. Of course, they mentioned just last night on Rampage.
He had a great heel run, and Danielson had a great Blue Panther feud match. Huh. Do I have any of these people? Let's see. I think his name is Bishop Cowan. Hey, it's Sean Dean. Hit him with the deal. Do I have Sean Dean? I do not have Sean Dean. I have Shawn Michaels. How about Shawn Michaels? There you go. We got Shawn Michaels. You don't know who these guys are? These guys have been around for well, at least Sean Dean's been around since the very beginning, I think.
Exactly. They better not turn their back on the House of Black.
The Acclaimed, top of the chain. Yo, listen. Yo, listen. Yo, listen.
Yo, the House of Black ain't about shit. A new ball gag would go great with those outfits. I treat the infantry like infants, getting overpowered. Fake American hero, got the stolen valor. I heard you rap, but you not as cold as ours. You pissed me off, now you got the golden shower. From the tip of my penis to the tip of your tongue, don't talk about me, bitch.
Oh.
I heard Brian Cage can't stay hard. Your other two guys, I don't know what their names are.
Oh.
They still talk a big game, but in Vegas,
Everybody loves the Acclaimed. Yo, he ripped him in half. Oh, jeez. Yo, why is he gotta say all that? That was, I can't believe he got that cleared.
Above his mouth. It's gone X-rated.
Well, I thought it was very interesting that while they were
Yo, they let him get away with that? Can he say that? I don't know. Can he say that? I don't know. Dude, he's ripping though. You could say it on like Def Comedy Jam or something. I don't know if he could say that. 10 in a row, Panda. Yo, Panda got the streak. That means you get to pick a song for free or a video for free. As long as it's like 5 minutes or less. So if you'd like to, please think of something that you'd like to take a look at. We'll check it out. Fire Tony Khan. If he can't fire the Young Bucks, he's definitely not firing himself. I don't even know what this match is, dude, but I'm excited about the people in it. I'm excited to see where this goes. He waited until after 9. Yeah, there you go. Maybe it's midnight where he's at. You're getting your outfit ready for tomorrow. Really, Goki? What are you doing? You're going to some sort of gathering?
I used to be a world champion.
Did John have a broken arm? John Moxley? Wait, what? Broken arm? I don't know anything about this. I hope not. You said AEW pay-per-view will sell out more and get more views. This is, Trevor, this is scientifically impossible. The WWE pay-per-view just sold out the Superdome in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. AEW has sold something like 6,000 tickets to this to Double or Nothing. And on top of that, it's scientifically impossible. They couldn't fit all the people that were in that pay-per-view in where they're at for Double or Nothing. I understand the sentiment, but like you gotta like ground stuff like that in reality a little bit. The amount of people that we just saw at King and Queen of the Ring couldn't even fit inside here. That's not talking trash. It's just if you're gonna say something like that, I gotta get you back on track to reality. Some people get a little outside of like actual numbers. Who are the Samoan-looking wrestlers? Those are the Gates of Agony. They're the people who used to hang out with Swerve. It's a guy named Bishop Kaun and Toa Leon. And also Brian Cage, but Brian Cage is not in the match. He's on the outside. Yeah, remember when Swerve formed the thing called the Mogul Embassy? His crew? That's who those guys are. Oh my God. Brody King almost went head first into the ground. Brody King! That was an awesome dive, but it almost went bad.
Holy smokes.
Off like a torpedo.
They were doing great, man. That crowd was awesome.
Oh, this now breaking out all around the ringside area.
Again, you can join us internationally tomorrow night. Double or Nothing on pay-per-view, 8 o'clock Eastern time. The pregame show, or as we call it, the buy-in.
Jeez. This has turned into just a slobber knocker. I wonder if, nah, Jim Ross won't be here tomorrow. Unless something crazy happens, because he was just in the hospital. I hope he's okay. Oh, church tomorrow. I see.
And they saw a snippet of it, and it was pretty freaking awesome.
Takeshita attacked John Moxley, put his arm in a steel chair and stomped on it. Oh, okay. That's not enough, though. John Moxley's like Orange Cassidy. They're Supermen. They're invincible. The only time you can ever beat them is if there's like a it's like a definite change that they want to happen, or that they need to happen. I even with a broken arm, I don't think Moxley is anywhere near losing. But it'll bring drama to the match, at least. We'll see, though. It's just weird that they're doing an eliminator match on the pay-per-view instead of an actual title match. They've already had a title match, so it can't be that New Japan doesn't want their title defended on AEW, because they've already done it, and they did it on regular television at that. They didn't even do it on pay-per-view.
Going right to work on Buddy Matthews.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, exactly. Remember that? Where he was in the walls of Jericho for like 10 minutes and nothing happened? Like, all right, man. Yeah, you're better than The Rock. You're better than Stone Cold. You're better than everybody of all time. Sure you are.
Up on top. Here we go. Superplex by Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews bounced off the mat with that superplex.
2, no. Didn't get it.
Where are you hearing this, Justin? You have a source on that? Sounds like you're just parroting a lot of the nonsense I hear from the like pent up wrestling community that just always is trying to talk trash. Where are you seeing people asking for Andre the Giant at a Saudi Arabian pay-per-view? I'd love to see the source that you're citing for that. Buddy Ripley. Portman, what's up, man? Yeah, but sure, they already did it, though. They already had Moxley. Remember, he defended the title against Powerhouse Hobbs on just regular TV. If they had a problem with it being defended, it wouldn't have already happened. They already did that. Remember? It was Moxley versus Hobbs, and they already did it. Remember? Even if it was just they didn't want it defended on, they only want it defended on pay-per-view, then it wouldn't have made sense. They've already broken that down, so I don't get it. It was on X, yeah. Where? Please list your source. You don't have one because it's just people talking trash. There's no actual source for that. It's just people saying things that they don't know anything about. There's no actual source. It's just people saying stuff. It's like when you hear about people filling the seats with the seat fillers and not actually selling tickets and stuff. It's like, where are you seeing that? Actually, it was. It turns out it was just they were telling military people they could show up if they want to and they can get in for free. Like, it's like when you look into it, these are just people they're people with an agenda who are talking trash about a company. That's all it is. There's always a story behind it that actually makes sense, but people run with the nonsense because they want to make another company look bad. I'm pretty sure there's nobody who loves wrestling who's like, man, where's that Andre guy? I don't think anybody in Saudi Arabia is that out of touch that they've been waiting for Andre the Giant for like 30 years. Come on, man.
The story of this match, time and again, it has come back to these two huge monsters.
See what I mean? Like that's what happens. You get trash talkers on either side of the fence, and they want to make something a story, and then they do it, and then people run with it without citing sources, and then it just becomes fact, and it's not fact. None of that's real, and none of the rest of that stuff's real. There's areas of gray that you got to look into if you really want to start listing it. There's probably somebody who is a prince or something in Saudi Arabia who really liked Andre the Giant, but he probably wasn't like, yo, I request Andre the Giant.
And on the other side is Captain Sean Dean. The infantry takes flight.
Never happened. Yeah, exactly. Just each side is looking for stuff to say and talk trash about, and you got to be able to sift through that. And the easiest way to sift through it is cite your sources. Who told you that? Some guy online. Then okay, then it's not real. If you can't tell me that it was like Triple H or Tony Khan himself or any of that, then I'm just not going with it, man. And neither should you. Dude, this is a crazy match. Look at this. Everybody's fighting. There's people fighting who aren't even in the match right now. Yeah, you're telling me the guy in the crowd with a television accurate Cody Rhodes title, he's got the actual undisputed belt that looks just like the one Cody Rhodes is holding, thinks that Andre the Giant is still alive? Like, come on, man.
Here comes the big cannonball. And a drop kick at the same time on Carly Bravo, who has to be out. 1, 2, 3.
The ref was like, whoever gets pinned first, you lose. I don't know who's legal. I don't care. Just do it. Some guy online told me, yeah. I mean, I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying, like, guys, you need to start understanding. If your source is senpaiwrestling.org. It's not real. If it's some guy on Twitter, that's not real. If it's real, you're gonna get it straight from like Moxley or Malachi Black himself, or at least from like Daniel Garcia or something. If those are not the names that you're looking at when you get this stuff, it ain't happening. All we need is some DNA. We saw his son earlier today. We're gonna see his son after this.
The second I step foot in AEW.
Yeah, see, they were asking for Andre the Giant. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that people are using as, like, ammo to be like, oh, Saudi Arabia sucks. WWE sucks. It's like, come on, man. You don't realize that they're, like, employing hundreds and hundreds of people, and they're giving people jobs. They're creating entertainment for millions of people. Like, you got this grudge that's so like in depth that you can't just be like, okay, I think maybe this sounds a little suspect.
Looking at you wanted this version.
It's Adam Edgeland.
The version that has a devil on this shoulder. But no angel to be found.
Oh no.
It's fitting.
It's the Rated C Copeland.
Cage match takes place in Vegas, the land of
Macho Man. I know it sounds like I'm talking trash about you, but I understand, man. I know how it gets, and I know how this stuff gets out of hand. I'm just saying, cite your source, you know? If you got some news or you got something that you want to list as like a reason something's not great, let's find out where you got it from. And then we can go from there. But if it's just on Twitter, then come on. It's like saying on Wikipedia, or like anybody can put anything.
We don't deal in dreams. Our currency is nightmares. This is a horror story.
Halloween Havoc is coming up after Collision, guys. We're about 30 minutes into it at this moment, but nobody was talking to me. Nobody was responding, so I just said, all right, I'll start it from this point after Collision, because everybody was just like they fell asleep or something.
And the house joins me. Buddy and Brody know the devil.
Ooh.
That lives in my heart.
He said the house might join him.
I'm known to be a master manipulator. The House of Blood.
The House of Blood. Ooh.
That's something I can sink my teeth into.
The House of Blood? Uh-oh. Yo, be careful what you wish for. Uh-oh.
So many questions. But Malachi, know this fact. When you see evil in a man's eyes, it's already too late.
Oh. That was an awesome promo. That was an awesome promo. Uh-oh. Dude, they doing it? They might do it. The House of Blood. Okay. I see you. Adam Edgeland doing the dang thing. That was a nice promo. Make sure you guys refresh your stream, because we dropped a couple frames. I would say more than a couple, so you might be a little behind where I'm at. So you're hearing me late. You're hearing my reactions late. Make sure you refresh your stream if you're on Twitch or if you're on YouTube. The House of Blood sounds even more devastating. I'm so down with that. The guy, I would say, realistically, he's probably your second biggest superstar you have. It's like, if it's not, okay, so it's like Jericho and then him. Who's bigger than that, you know? If the guy who's your second biggest superstar is in a secondary title picture and all that, how do you elevate that? How do you make that title look even more sought after? You create a great story for them. You create a great persona. You create a great moment in their career that people cannot forget. This sounds like something like that. He's hanging with Tupac and Biggie. Andre the Giant. You think he would hang with them? I think they'd hang out. I think they would. Andre the Giant seemed like such a good dude, man. We've watched 2 documentaries on him here on the channel. If you guys like wrestling stuff, please get to my Twitch channel, because that's where I do, I'd say about 90% of my live streaming and my video creation stuff. My YouTube is it's something that I'm working on building up, but as it is right now, I'm not making any money at all off of YouTube. YouTube is literally just a spot that I come to so that I can reward the people who have been rocking with me forever and who are maybe just finding me on YouTube, stuff like that. I'm doing this for you guys on YouTube. If you'd like to get more wrestling content, if you'd like to know more of what I do, please get to my Twitch channel, because that's where we really pop off. That's where it really hits the next gear. And also, if you guys enjoy my streams, please consider chipping in. Like I said, I'm not making any money at all off of YouTube. So if you could tip, I would very much appreciate it. We have a daily tip goal. I would love if we could hit this tip goal today, guys. Especially since this is my second stream of the day. This is not even my first time streaming today. I'm putting in the work, guys, but I need to get some investment from you guys so I can keep on doing this. I put in mad time and effort. I hope that you guys appreciate it enough to help out.
This isn't for you. This is for everyone like you. This is for everyone that thinks that because they've had a sad life, it entitles them to some kind of reward.
Uh-oh.
Nothing happens for a reason, darling.
It's timeless,
Things
Tony.
just happen. If everything happened for a reason, then there would be one main event at Double or Nothing. And it would be me talking for 40 minutes while you'll sit around and analyze my words like a Zapruder film.
Do it.
Instead, I have to fight for my life against a woman who thinks that Twitter...
Oh my goodness. Yo.
You want to be a victim?
Oh my goodness.
I'll make your 3 seizures feel like a Sunday stroll in a bloody park.
Oh my goodness.
Part about your life.
Mary with a double spear?
But don't worry.
Oh my goodness. Mary, thank you so much.
That you once lost to the champ.
And scene.
And scene.
Wow. How about those words?
Oh my goodness. It's Mary Mania. I'm still going to say it even though you did even more than Mary Mania. Thank you so much.
Here comes the glamour.
Speaking of Mary Mania, it's Mariah May. It's like as close to Mary Mania as you can get.
Tony Storm, is there any better example of love in our species than Tony Storm and Mariah May?
Let's go.
Tony, chin up.
Thank you, Zach.
Tits out. Watch
Is Edge getting a new group tomorrow? We're going to see.
Thank you. Finally, you're like the Mariah May to my Tony Storm.
Oh, legit Layla Hirsch, really? My grind is a gentleman.
Yeah, a little bit of an insight into the the AEW Women's Title match for tomorrow.
Just a little ball of mass and energy.
Tony, gentlemen, prefer blondes. What about you?
Look at this. The apron's like as tall as her. She's such a devastating force.
You're an equal offender, I guess, then.
My grind is a gentleman. Let's go. Legit Layla Hirsch. She might be as tall as Carmelo. Oh, Shringun, you're wrong for that one.
Moving to New Jersey. I'm not sure that was an upgrade.
You're wrong for that.
It's the first match ever against Mariah May. We'll see how Layla Hirsch does.
What a brilliant
I have a
image.
feeling I know what's happening here.
Tony
I don't think we
Storm's
need one.
previous life. Mariah May is heavily inspired by Motley Crue, and that
Well,
makes
this
sense.
storm
Of course,
doesn't
'cause she
hit
is a
bad. Yeah,
real
a lot of people are
live
having
Tony.
Okay, great.
crazy weather. Hope everything will be okay for you guys.
Oh, there's the wild side.
3 in a row. Yo, Mary's got a tic-tac-toe. Bluegrass, I hope so. That'd be cool. And slap you, chop you.
Mariah May has never lost a singles match on Collision. 3-0 here on this program.
My God is gonna make.
You live by it. Well, I wish I was wrestling again.
Like right now, right? I knew you would. You're terrible. Oh, about that.
Maybe not.
Little belly-to-belly suplex action that time.
Strong throw from her. She's known for a great.
Yeah, Shrimgoon. It's weird that we're. I wouldn't say. I would actually say it's weird that the girls all like love girls and like act very sexually towards each other. The guys act like they're like scared of women or something. They never interact. They never are around each other at all. Besides like Johnny TV and his wife. There's like 2 times I could think of where guys showed interest in women, and both times it's like where it's their actual wife and girlfriend, and like the girl is pregnant and stuff already. But then every girl who comes across another girl, suddenly they're like acting super sexual towards each other and like romantically inclined and stuff. It's just really odd the way the show runs sometimes. Or I'd say not even sometimes, all the time. It's like the guys are scared of girls, the girls are lesbians.
Running through that PK kick, and here's a cover.
I didn't realize we had more wrestling. Oh, we got a lot more, man. Stick around, Diamond.
Okay.
PK kick.
That move is called the C Cup? Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
What does K in PK stand for?
Yeah, Layla Hirsch is a ball of fire. She's really good, too.
Okay.
He has called it a penalty kick. Moving on.
But then again, I mean that sounds par for the course. I think this whole promotion is kind of like a mirror of Tony Khan's psyche.
You could do that, or you could call it a penalty kick, or you could just say, "What a maneuver!"
He thinks all the smallest, skinniest wrestlers are like the best thing ever, and big guys aren't very good. In the long run, they hardly can win. Guys aren't interested in girls, but girls are. Like I feel like a lot of this is very indicative of Tony Khan's psyche.
Certainly gonna bode well for Tony Storm.
But that's the way things go. Eventually, your promotion starts to mirror you. Why do you think we had all those bra and panty matches and mud pit matches and stuff like that? Like eventually your promotion starts to mirror the person running it.
On the edge of those steel steps.
Well, this could be
kind of sad as a person looking in to not get any of the rest of that stuff. Yeah, I know, right? It just you see it, you know what it is. Same thing with Stardom, same thing with a lot of companies, man. Eventually, if the company's ran by somebody like overabundantly, one person is like the end all be all of like the decision making, your promotion starts to mirror that person. Their personality starts to bleed into the product. And when you're this in charge, it's gonna happen a lot quicker than normal. Yeah, Layla Hirsch is great, man. I think that she still needs work, but she's more of this sort of woman in wrestling would be great. I feel like a lot of what gets showcased is women who just kind of have the looks, but not as much of the ability or the believability. More women like Layla Hirsch being showcased would actually be better for the entire health of the whole genre of like women's wrestling. Not necessarily that she's the best wrestler, but more women whose focus is more on this sort of stuff. I feel it would be a lot more instrumental and inspirational for girls out there.
And her ribs were rammed into the ringside steps.
There you see we're going to be in Loveland, Colorado, Council Bluffs, Iowa, right outside of Omaha.
I'd say Stardom is probably my favorite. Yeah, but you can see, like, you can see where it came from and why it is the way it is. Like,
also be in Des Moines, Iowa as well. Tickets at AEWTIX.
the way they act, the way they dress, like the person who invented it is definitely now under a bit of speculation now, and it kind of makes sense if you look at it.
Who cannot afford to get too distracted because tomorrow
That stuff starts to bleed through, and you start to see the face of the person running it all over it.
Against Serena Deeb.
We were watching that new Marigold today. We saw their first ever match today.
And Mariah May now.
They're running a pretty cool, pretty clean promotion, I would say.
Hip attack coming up here.
Oh yeah, she's been smoking in the boys' room. Oh, hold on.
Nice roll up. Oh, Layla, let her go. Dude, look at how low her center of gravity is. No. Almost got the.
Mentioned the low center of gravity and the suplex ability of Hirsch.
Almost got the pin.
Difficult landing from May, who's certainly hurt. Come on, Mariah.
Smoking in the boys' room.
They are pulling for Mariah May here in Vegas.
Layla Hirsch needs a gimmick? Maybe she just needs like a manager or crew or something. Got her. Mariah May wins. Mariah, may I? Yes, you may.
The buy-in begins at 6:30 Eastern Time. And Mariah May didn't even have to use the Mayday to get the win.
Mariah May picks up the win.
We're not worthy.
And they advertised the Tony Storm match. It's gonna connect somehow.
We are not worthy. That's what you
It's true. It's just history, man. This is one of the things that was happening earlier today. People were like denying facts and just telling us how they feel. It's like, I understand how you feel, but the fact of the matter is, history has proven that over time, you'll start to see the personality of the booker, the head booker, you'll start to see it bleed through.
It is undoubtedly the biggest match of my entire career.
It's gonna happen.
Double or nothing. Or as I like to call it, Deeb or nothing.
Deeb or nothing.
Now, Tony, in the lead up to this match, you've had a lot of fun in games, stealing my flag and prancing around with it. But let me ask you this. It wasn't so fun a few weeks ago when you had to throw in the towel and save your little stooge from having her leg snapped off.
Oh.
And I'm sure that Mariah is very grateful to you
This
for
is the hairstyle
ensuring
right
that
here.
she could even walk out of there that night. But I can't say the same for you, Tony. Because I am going to stretch you limb from limb. And it's been a long time coming. Tomorrow, I will finally become AEW Women's World Champion. And timeless Tony Storm? More like time's up, Tony Storm.
Oh, time's up.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Dang.
And coming up tomorrow night is part of our triple main event.
I love these graphics, man. These AEW Double or Nothing graphics, they look so good.
Live on pay-per-view, and we're coming right back.
I'm gonna have to hook up this layout today, man.
I thought it was
tomorrow.
To return to the scene of the crime. The crime you committed against my son.
My son, Nick Wayne.
My son Nick learned to walk in this ring before he could even run the ropes. Because you see, Swerve, you didn't just jump my son Nick in any random wrestling gym. You jumped him on holy ground.
We're the ghosts of your past. We're here to haunt you.
An eye for an eye.
I'll be the first one to tell you I've done some horrible things in AEW.
My methods may have been a little misunderstood, a little bit swayed, but
Yeah, he made Nick Wayne bleed like crazy, man. I actually was a little scared when I saw all that blood. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Come present yourself, but make sure you wipe your feet before you step in the...
I hear an awful lot about Swerve's house. And how you always protect Swerve's house.
You embarrassed my son.
And I told you, Swerve, that I never forget. At Wembley Stadium, the biggest show in the history of this industry, you embarrassed me.
And now I'm forced to embarrass you.
I said I was going to make you a footnote in the history of AEW. That's not good enough for me anymore. You have to be held accountable for the crimes that you committed against my family.
My family. Christian is just such a master, dude.
Television, promote All Elite Wrestling. On the radio, All Elite Wrestling. Podcasts, All Elite Wrestling.
The world knows me.
He is the face of AEW.
The world's starting to forget you, Christian.
I told you in our first encounter, Swerve, I was gonna take something from you every single week until I ultimately
Goki, thank you, man. Make sure you guys refresh your stream because we dropped a bunch of frames, so you guys might actually be behind a little bit right now.
blood that dropped in this very ring. You're gonna have to answer for.
Double or nothing, I take.
Supposed to be upset. Have you not learned your lessons yet, Nicky boy?
I'm proud that you have the capability, you have it in you to do this to a world champion.
Oh my goodness. Kick his head off.
Double or nothing. I prove to you that this is indeed whose house?
Swerve's house.
The reason I don't get to sleep in my house because I'm too busy building this one.
I am gonna erase you from the annals of AEW.
It's a cool promo package they got here.
For all of you. Show you who is the AEW World Champion.
What if Christian wins this? That'd be really crazy. People would just be in an uproar, though. You know the hounds would be out. They'd have the pitchforks and torches and everything ready for Tony Khan if he let Swerve lose his title this quick. That's kind of what sucks about always needing to make title reigns last a long time and everybody getting used to that, because people take it super personal when a title reign doesn't last a long time, and it's like sometimes you need to mix things up. Sometimes you need to mix things up. And also sometimes people just aren't ready for the full-on title reign, and sometimes they just need to get caught, because if it always is, oh, this person's going to have the title for a long time, it makes the first couple defenses very lackluster and very predictable. You need to throw in those monkey wrenches, or throw in those little weird shenanigans here and there where somebody loses the title right away. You need to throw things like that in there so that it makes every event exciting. It makes every event must-see. Not every event's going to be must-see if everyone has a year-long title reign by default. It's almost like the average title reign comes with a coupon that's like, oh, you get 3 defenses for free at this point. It's like, what's the excitement of winning a title if you get 3 defenses for free or whatever? You got to start throwing stuff like that in there, and it makes me not enjoy modern wrestling as much when I know, oh, okay, he's not going to lose the title for the next 3 defenses at least. And so no matter what they do or what they say, it's just by the books. It's like, oh, here comes his first win, here comes his second win, here comes his third win, here comes his fourth win. Like, it hasn't been long enough yet. That's not cool to me, dude. Every defense should matter. Every defense should be a possibility of a person losing it. When you make it commonplace that people have long title reigns, then you actually undermine the value of the combat, the value of the contest, the value of the reign. How many defenses does Samoa Joe have? I don't know. Maybe like 5 or 6 or something. Something like that. I don't remember exactly, but you know what I mean? I'm not saying that it sucks. I'm just saying overall, you got to mix it up. The variety is the spice of life, man. I'll be right back.
Back on TBS, and earlier today at Champ Sports in Las Vegas, our EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas, the Young Bucks, made an appearance as fans were lined up to take a look at their new Reebok signature that'll be coming out this Monday.
Earlier today, they're signing their shoes.
Boxes and copies of their new Reebok pump, and take a look at the fans and the smiles on their face.
Look at this. It's the Young Bucks signing their new shoes.
3 hours signing autographs, and I cannot wait. I'm going to get a
Played their theme song. Their theme song sounds like a villainous theme song, but they're signing autographs with kids. Hey. Soraya and Chris Statlander, I feel, is like an outlier because both of them are very spotty with the health issues, you know. Very, very spotty.
Past week on Dynamite as he faced it, the Indian Mountain, Satnam Singh. Time and again, Dragon tried to
I was born for greatness, greatness, greatness. Predictability can be boring, exactly, and it makes it so it's like that first defense is just chalk it up. Like, why? Why should it be like that? You should have people in the wings who are also that credible that they're a real threat to you. Why is the guy who just lost his title fighting for the world title?
It is great to see FTR walk back through the tunnel here on Collision after what happened a week ago. We saw it earlier in our telecast, Nigel. Here they are back, and they are ready for Anarchy in the Arena coming up tomorrow night as part of our triple main event at Double or Nothing Live. In the Arena means it'll go all over the arena. Fans here in Las Vegas have seen it before, and we're going to see it once again. The Elite against Team AEW, and I wouldn't mind to see Darby with another flamethrower.
Just do it, yeah, for sure. And then he could just win it back. You know? There's always the like win it back thing. Most people will forget about this. Like, you can win again, though. You don't. It's not the end of the road.
Wow.
Just win it back. Just because he loses the title now doesn't mean anything. They've been paid off. You saw that? These guys got paid off. No, we don't want to know, Diamond. Don't ask that question, dude, because somebody will like hit you with the technical answer, and you don't want to know either. Somebody will come in here and be like, well, guess what I heard from abcdefg.org. Their people behind the scenes told me that they seen him and he's about 12 days from returning. You know, like, you don't want to know, dude. Just let it happen. It'll be much better that way. It's Double J.
Brian Danielson with his neck heavily taped up, facing off against Josh Jarrett. And there is a story
Josh
history
Jarrett?
between these two.
Josh
Both men
Jarrett.
started their careers in Memphis.
I don't have Satnam
They
Singh.
went elsewhere and then ended up here in AEW.
I miss that guy, yeah. I miss him too, but that want to see him again should drive you to not want to know when you're gonna see him again. Like, it's not like you're gonna personally see him again. It's not like you're texting your friend like, hey, when are we gonna hang out again or something. Like, it's not like that. It's like knowing when he's coming back is going to make it worse for you. It's not gonna make it any better. It's like knowing the exact moment that the pinfall is coming or something. It's like, oh, I guess that's the move that puts him away. Like you end up like diffusing the whole entire situation mentally before it's even in front of you. If you know the ending, you can kind of like work backwards, and then you're kind of divorced from the whole process at that point. There's no process to it. It's just you expect things. There's a way to kind of divorce yourself from like knowing those things, but then you have to go into that mode where you're trying not to remember what's really gonna happen and stuff. It just let it happen, man. Just let it occur when it occurs.
Well, we'll see. Hey, this is
Thank
not
you,
about
Jimmy
winning
Johns.
a match. We
Jimmy
know
Johns,
what's
all
going
up on
on
us
here.
right now.
Sanjay comes out with a envelope full of
Oh my gosh. Jimmy Johns, stop. They really don't want us to see Jeff Jarrett. Jimmy Johns is like, what? There's another JJ? What is this about? This can't be happening to us.
on here. Sanjay comes out with a envelope full of
Oh gosh. How dare someone else have the same initials as us? That's it. Who is this JJ? Get him out of here.
Hand, so to speak.
Jeez, that's loud.
That's a flurry of offense.
Jeez.
taking care of Jay Lethal.
Lethal, one of the most credentialed.
Back-to-back main events for Satnam Singh. Has anybody main evented Collision and Dynamite in the same week? I guess Danielson, because now he's in this main event, and so is Satnam Singh. Has anybody ever done this before?
By the elite to take out FDR and Brian Danielson, but right now, been a great start.
You're picking Danielson and FTR? Yeah, I think it's a wrap. That's why I don't have a prediction.
Look at this. A big choke and then across the top rope.
Yeah, he was on Dynamite. I'm talking about like actually wrestling in the main event though.
This match continues at picture.
Ospreay?
I'm ready to show the world how good I am. The athletes in AEW.
You think so? I actually don't think so. Every time I've seen Ospreay, he's been every time I've seen Ospreay on Collision, at least he's been like second match, first match, stuff like that. MJF's was last seen at the, what do you call it? The World's End pay-per-view where the devil thing happened. Since then it's been MIA. Did Punk ever do it?
Is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill, mixed with morita peppers, a splash of pineapple,
I kind of don't think so, man.
Fire meets flavor. Chipotle's chicken al pastor. The wait is over.
I kind of don't think so. I think that by the time that Collision existed, CM Punk was kind of wrestling the main events of Collision, but he wasn't wrestling the main event of Dynamites. I don't know though. Maybe. Wonder if there's a way to check this out. I think it's. I have a sinking suspicion that this is the first time it's ever happened. Is Satnam Singh, which would be crazy, right? We're the best wrestle. We're the best wrestle. Satnam Singh's the first person to main event two shows in the same week. And he's like the worst at all of them. Maybe not all of them. Yeah, probably. Outside of like Shaquille O'Neal, maybe. Because Shaq wasn't that great. Oh, it's Snoop Dogg. If Snoop Dogg was like wrestling more than once, he would be the worst. he had the most underwhelming dog. It's not a frog splash, it was a dog splash. That was so embarrassing. Snoop Dogg's frog splash. Oh my god. You guys remember that? That was really bad. It's crazy. You went from like the worst frog splash maybe of all time to saving a whole segment on WrestleMania with the Shane McMahon quad tear or whatever he tore. Snoop Dogg saved a segment and also like absolutely tanked the segment.
A trios match.
The dog splash, yeah.
Team Jarrett representing
Montez or Logan Paul, best frog splash right now. Man, yeah. Between both of them.
Lethal and now Jarrett. Reversal into the ropes.
It's pretty crazy that we could say that though, right? Montez looks crazy good. It being his finish probably upgrades it a little bit too, you know.
Scowl on the face of Jay Lethal.
I thought Jay Lethal was done with these fools. Remember, they were doing a storyline where he just wasn't really down with the cause anymore, with the Jeff Jarrett family, or what are they called? But now he's just down with the cause all day.
The Indian Giant has never been pinned or submitted in 21 AEW matches. Never. And look
What type of chair do you sit in? If you're 7 foot tall. Is this one of those like funny sayings? You're gonna hit me with the answer and it's gonna be like, oh.
Team Jarrett just sitting down and watching. Why not?
Team Jarrett. Maybe that's what they're called.
Look at this. His entire hand.
Who's the best elbow drop? Like insane elbow. I've actually seen Wheeler Yuta. I've actually seen him do incredibly great elbow drop.
And now Danielson blocks. Blocking everything Jarrett has.
Kyrie's elbow is insane though. Obviously, you're gonna put, somebody like Macho Man in there or Shawn Michaels, but I don't know. I'd have to really dissect each one, but those are the ones that come to mind right away. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna hit me with like some sort of like funny conundrum.
At the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Danielson runs through him with a leg.
Bryan Danielson running wild.
There's your QR code. You can join us on Bleacher Report. Scan it right now.
Look at this, right in front of Jarrett's wife who has to look on.
Well, if she doesn't want to look on, she should have stayed backstage.
Oh.
Couple of drop kicks.
Danielson with a shaky kick.
No, not at all.
Oh, hold on a second. Uma Plata's in. Can he get there?
Didn't MJF last do Dynamite and Collision? I don't think he wrestled both though. I don't think he wrestled in the main event. What I'm talking about is has anybody ever main evented Dynamite and then main evented Collision in a wrestling match? I think this might be the first time. Just classically, Collision and Dynamite have been very separate, you know? They're like two separate shows with a lot of separate roster members and such. That's why I'm saying it. It just feels like this is the first time.
Singh rolls in.
Oh no, this does not look good. Well, it's going to take all three of these men to take down the Indian Giant.
The Indian Giant is surrounded.
Aubrey Edwards doesn't care.
And they're trying to kick him all the way down to the mat.
This is an
What's wrong with Cash, dude?
But he is still not gone down. He's still on only one knee.
It's like Cash forgot how to kick people or something. You see this?
Kick in the back of the head, staggered.
RVD has a good elbow? Huh.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta has a crazy good elbow, and I didn't even really know about it until I watched this thing called Dojo Pro, guys. I should make a video about Dojo Pro. I feel like most people don't know what Dojo Pro is. I've never seen it. Luckily, I was put on it by a guy named Drewski.
Oh, wait a second. History's going to repeat itself.
He was going for the stroke. It was blocked.
Oh, wow.
I heard so many dudes in the crowd with neck braces on. You know why. Uh-oh, we might get another match out of Aubrey Edwards. He hit his own guy. Oh, yeah. There you go.
FTR made sure with the shatter machine that Danielson could make the pin.
There you go. Bryan Danielson and squad win.
What a night.
Danielson's age is showing, dude. He's starting to have trouble moving around this ring and stuff. I could see it now. It's a little sad. You could tell he wants to keep doing this at the same level, but it's just his feet and his speed and his body are just kind of telling him, "Come on, man." He's a great wrestler, and that's the problem with being so great, is like when you're anything less, it sticks out.
2020, FTR made the debut in AEW for the first time in our careers.
He's still better than most people. I'm not saying that he sucks. I'm just saying I'm noticing it now.
AEW is where I will live, I will breathe, I will fight, I will die for this company. Everybody, wrestling fans are better off because of AEW. Wrestlers are better off because of AEW. The entire wrestling world is better off
Cash
because
is talking.
of all elite wrestling.
The guy that I think should turn on his partner.
You damn right, AEW. And we might be hurt, we might be beat up. The three of us in Derby, we might limp in tomorrow night. But I swear, we're the only four in that match that's walking out. 5 years ago, almost to the day, in this building, surrounded by the same people that are here tonight, this company started. AEW began. And a lot of people ask,
You're onto something, Gritty. I hope so, man. I really hope so.
And it's not just I'm fighting for this company. It's not just we're fighting for AEW. We're fighting for every single man and woman.
I hope tomorrow night by this time, or maybe not this time, but a little later, I hope by tomorrow night that Cash has joined the Elite. And he's the reason that Team AEW loses.
2 hours or 1 hour a night. For that one moment in time, all your problems are gone. That's what I'm fighting for. 1 time a week, 2 times a week, I get to be your hero. We get to be your hero. And one more time, if we die tomorrow, one more time, that anarchy in the arena, one more time, we get to be your hero. Top guys, out.
Oh, Danielson doesn't get to say anything?
Wait is over. It is tomorrow night, exclusively on
Yeah, Zach, it's catching up to him, dude. And he's super-de duper, but I'm not saying that he sucks or anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm noticing that I see him trying to do stuff that's not turning out quite well.
5 years ago, All In Wrestling, and right now, bigger and better than ever,
Anarchy in the arena.
you exclusively on for pay-per-view at 8/7 Central. For Nigel McGuinness, Tony
Can you put on somebody's glasses? Nevada Film Office. Your imagination, our locations. Nice. That was tidy. That was mighty tidy. All right. Well, let's have ourselves a little chat about this. I did miss the first about 15 minutes of the show, but I think I saw enough of it to give a score. Hopefully, you guys will give a score too. Let's get it. Let's find out what you guys thought. Let's have ourselves a little chat. Oh, yes. Oh, me, oh, my. It's Collision, guys. Collision. Jay Whiteo. Yeah, Jay Whiteo on the layout. I see you. I see you, Jay White. Jay White has run up in the building. And so is Soraya. We got Soraya, guys. All right. So I want to know, if you watched Collision along with me tonight, I want to know what score you would give it out of 10. Wait. Yeah. I want to know, because this is the final episode of Collision for this season. Tomorrow starts a brand new season. So AEW will get first blood, most likely, because their pay-per-views hardly ever miss. But we'll see. I want to know, out of 10, what would you rate this episode of AEW Collision? There's a caveat. The highest score I will take is a 8.4 out of 10. The lowest score I will take is a 7.0 out of 10. So 7 out of 10 is the lowest I'll take. The highest I'll take is 8.4 out of 10. So let's find out. So let's go, guys. You got about 30 seconds to place your score in the chat. And I will be adding them up, and then we'll be finding out if Collision was able to collide in the right velocity. All right. Let's see. Bluegrass is 7, just 7 flat. Okay, you got it. Bluegrass, thank you. Shroomgoon says 7.75. Thank you, Shroomgoon. Let's see here. What do we got next? Finish Viking says 7.6. 7.656. Thank you, Finish Viking. Finish Viking. Oh man, I did you see the Logan thing I showed? I think you would like it. Thank you for your score. Goki says 7.5. All right. Thank you, Goki. Zach says 7.5. I got you, Zach. Thank you. Dro says 7.6. Thank you, Dro. Can't vote. I didn't watch it. Let's watch your show. Well, I'll give you my rundown as well. Ryan says 7.6. You got it. Thank you, Ryan. All right, 10 seconds left. Speak now or forever hold your score for the final episode of Collision before Double or Nothing 2024. Tick tock tick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And all right, you got it. No matches that you missed, just Moxley promo and Don Callis. Yeah, okay. And I heard what happened there, and I'm not sure that it would have really made that much of a difference to my overall score when it comes to the way I've felt about this show. I feel like this was a bad go home show. I actually want to give this like a 7.4. Nothing interesting happened here to me. It just, one of the issues with having a go home show the day before a pay-per-view is that you can't do too much, but you can do way too little. And to me, this did way too little. This did not help their chances of selling pay-per-views. This did not help my chances of watching the pay-per-view. This didn't make me more excited about the pay-per-view. Nothing that touched the screen was like, oh my God, I gotta check out the pay-per-view. And the things that maybe got me a little bit more pumped for the pay-per-view, just like in theory, were just promo package type of stuff, which you could just do a YouTube video or something. You don't have to run a 2-hour show. This is the type of show that makes me think that maybe there is too much wrestling on television, because you didn't need this at all. And the reason that I'm confident in saying this is because half the matches didn't have anybody who even has a match at the pay-per-view. It was just matches, just for the sake of matches. And, oh, this person happens to know this person, so that's how it makes sense. Like, what? That's your connection to the pay-per-view? So I'm going to give this a 7.4. I actually would not like to watch this show again. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't think any of this helped the pay-per-view at all. If anything, it just created an excuse for things to happen at the pay-per-view. It didn't really help the pay-per-view. And by that, I mean the Moxley thing. Because what people are telling me is that Moxley just got his arm squashed in a chair. So all you did was make an excuse for why one match is probably going to last longer than it should. Other than that, no, didn't need to happen. So yeah, I'm gonna go 7.4. Not my cup of tea. I appreciated everything. Everybody brought it. I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with the show as it, like, from a technical standpoint. It's just, when you're less than 24 hours from asking me to pay money to see what happens next, you need to give me a reason to want to see what happens next. And most of this was like, whatever. It didn't add. And this is the problem with their current philosophy or their current execution, is that Dynamite is the real show, and then you have a bunch of other shows that don't fit the bill as actual shows. They're just supplementary. It's like in Resident Evil, where you get to the mansion, and the whole idea is like, find out what happened in this mansion. Okay, well, that's like I wouldn't even say that's the main idea. The main idea is get out alive. But then you're sitting there like reading papers like, oh, today I felt itchy. Today I feel scratchy. Oh, there's a bird. Which bird is older than the other bird? And you're like solving little puzzles and stuff. It's like, the main idea is, the puzzles are cool, but there are zombies in this house and you got to get out alive, you know? And Dynamite is the zombies in the house and getting out alive. Rampage is like reading little notes, and most of them are just talking about like, April 5th, today we added B to C and we got D. And then Collision sometimes is like a cool little puzzle that you come across, but the main idea is Dynamite. Escape the mansion, get away from the zombies, kill the boss, do the boss battles, get to the ending. Like, that's Dynamite. The rest of this stuff is just these little tasks that come along while you're trying to get through the actual mansion, where you're trying to dodge the zombies, where you're trying to, get the ammo and get your herbs up and mix the herbs and heal yourself and all that. Like the main idea is Dynamite. The rest of these shows are seeming so just intermittent and just not the main idea, to the point where nothing ever happens. And tonight is the perfect example of that. What changed tonight? What made the pay-per-view more appetizing tonight? I gotta go 7.4, man. I gotta do it. Not a bad show, but definitely not your not the show that's gonna make me come out of the pocket with $50 more than I already would have. And that's the problem. Your go home show needs to be the one that makes people want to open their wallets, and this didn't do it. So 7.4 for me. All right. So how many scores is this? Well, altogether this adds up to 60.02656 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, yeah. Divided by 8 equals 7.50. They did not get it. So they end the season exactly where they were right before. Be a good booker, Gritty. Everybody would be a good booker for like one show or two shows or something like that. What we're seeing today is what happens when you have great plans and then people get injured. People, they don't agree with your creative decisions. They decide to not re-sign their contracts. Like, everybody would be great for a bit, but life gets in the way, man. Life gets in the way, and then also, just plans not coming to fruition for one reason or another. Like, you can't get the right city to do. You can't show up to the right city. You can't do it at the right time. You get too caught up in your own plans to realize that the crowd really loves this person, and by the time you realize the crowd really loves this person, now you're like trying to rush the belt onto them real quick, and then by the time they get the belt, it feels like you missed the train and it doesn't quite fit or make sense quite right. Like, there's so much that happens, man. I feel like I'd be an okay booker, but it becomes overwhelming, and you could see signs of that in every company. It's not just AEW. It happens everywhere. I feel like I'd be okay, but a lot of things happen in the meantime. Sorry, I missed my score. My internet went out. Oh, well, I'm glad it's working now, man. It's all good. It didn't get the point anyway, so let's check out the final rundown of this season, guys. The Battle of the Brands. Sometimes it connects to Dynamite. Yeah. Like tonight, where we got Satnam Singh again. Sometimes it connects. So the winner of the season is SmackDown. SmackDown gets its 4th gold trophy of all time. This is actually a momentous occasion for them, because they have, out of all of WWE, they've been the brand that has strived for gold the most and lost the most. They haven't been bad, but they've been we've been through some dark times. So this is SmackDown's season. Ta-da! 4 gold trophies for SmackDown. They got their 4th. And that means that Raw gets their 8th silver trophy. They came in 2nd place. 8th silver trophy for Raw. And both Dynamite and NXT tie for bronze. So Dynamite and NXT are both getting bronze. I would let it come down to a tiebreaker, but I really want this to be tidy. I don't want to have to deal with anything else. So this is 6 bronzes for Dynamite and 5 bronzes for NXT. If you guys are wondering how I'm coming up with this, is because of the numbers next to their names, or numbers next to their logos. See how SmackDown has 9? That means for this particular season, they've gotten 9 points off of these reviews that we've done. Raw's gotten 8.5 points during the season since WrestleMania. This is all since WrestleMania, by the way. Collision's at 4.5, so they're still sitting at 0 trophies. They've not been a bad show, especially this season. They did better than normal. Power is sitting at, actually, these 2 that Power have are actually not theirs. They're actually MLWs. So let me actually change this to 0. But I have a feeling that they're gonna do better this season because they've been consistently fun to watch, consistently solid. NWA is nothing to sleep on, guys. I know a lot of you aren't watching it right now, but let me tell you something. It's doing it, man. It's delivering. It's like you're hungry at night and you go and cook like a bowl of ramen. You add some of your favorite little seasonings in there and maybe like a hard-boiled egg or something like that. And it's good, solid, and you're not upset. You're like, yeah, I had some good ramen tonight. It wasn't from a gourmet restaurant or anything, but it hit the spot. It's classic. It's getting the job done, and that's Power, dude. And sometimes you have to be okay with that. Sometimes going extravagant has bad results. Sometimes you go to a restaurant and it doesn't live up to the reviews. That your wait staff sucks. It's raw the first time you get it. You have to send it back to the restaurant. Not the restaurant. You have to send it back to the kitchen and get it redone. Then they give you attitude. Just going for gourmet all day sometimes has a backfire effect. Sometimes you just gotta keep it tried and true, down home, nice comfort food, and that's Power for me, man. And that's Power for us because it's definitely been that way. As you can see, it's actually been more dependable than Collision in terms of these ratings. So there you have it, guys. So let's reset everyone's scores to 0. Tomorrow, Double or Nothing will be the first opportunity that any brand has to score this season. Because this season is starting tomorrow after Double or Nothing is over. We're doing the review, and we'll see if Dynamite and Collision can start the season off with a point. Because if Double or Nothing gets over a 7.75 as its average, then both Collision and Dynamite will get a point because that particular pay-per-view is comprised of people from those shows. So let's reset every score. Congratulations to SmackDown for their performance this season. And we'll see if they can repeat, This is definitely the first time they've gotten a gold in, I think, more than 2 seasons. I think Raw got it last time. We'll see, though. The more people who show up and give it scores, the more accurate our scores will become. Obviously, if we're getting 20 scores per night, it's going to give us a nice swath and a nice a further view, a higher viewpoint over the idea of a show. So the more people who hang out and review these shows along with me, we're going to get closer to the actual well, I wouldn't say actual, but we're going to get closer to having a pulse on what's going on. There we go. Everybody is reset to 0. So, like I said, tomorrow after Double or Nothing, we'll be finding out if AEW is actually starting off this season in the lead, which I think it probably will because I could count on one hand the pay-per-views from AEW that maybe didn't get a full point, didn't cross the 7.75 range, just because they just know how to do pay-per-views right, and they throw everything at you, and it's just a tour de force of wrestling. So I'd be very surprised if tomorrow these numbers are still at the exact same point after Double or Nothing. I haven't watched Power, but I like smaller shows, dude. It has the it harkens back to those studio wrestling shows. It's NWA. Like when you think about NWA back in the day, or if you see clips, it harkens back to that in such a way that it doesn't stick 100% to it, but it absolutely has the same DNA. It's like looking at the Dynamite Kid, the new Dynamite Kid, and then looking at Dynamite Kid, the one that everybody knew and loved. It's like that. It's like you could see the DNA. You could see it. It's so tangible, but there's a new school flavor to it. It doesn't just stick to the roots. It's a lot like what we saw with Dax versus the new Dynamite Kid. You can absolutely tell where it came from, what's flavored its entire situation, but it also has its own presence that you can respect, that doesn't deviate so far away to where you're like, ah man, this is not it. Legato. Oh, your volume was turned down. Okay, yeah, that's been happening to me recently. People are like, oh, it's muted, I can't hear, and then it turns out it's like, wait a minute. Where would you prefer I watch? I do 90% of my streams on Twitch, so I would say always be on Twitch if you guys can. And even the like 10% that I'm talking about is just, it's redundant because I stream on Twitch and YouTube during that time. So always Twitch, guys, always Twitch. But I know there are people who the discoverability is better on YouTube, I think. So that's why I still do it. On top of the fact that I have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, it's still a spot that can provide an outlet. It can provide people a way to be introduced to what I do here, and also just a cool hangout spot. And sometimes it's just more convenient. I feel like their app is at times better, in ways better, at like notifying people and things like that. So it's something I don't want to drop, but you're gonna get almost 100% of what I do if you're on the Twitch. You're gonna get almost 10% of what I do if you're only watching my YouTube. So if you have a choice, please stick to the Twitch, but YouTube is definitely have your subscriptions set up, definitely have your notification bell set up, all that stuff, because I think YouTube is a little better at notifying you when I'm live. That's a good question though. So if you're on the YouTube, like I just said, please get on over to my Twitch channel, because that's where we're continuing this, and we're doing something very special tonight. So I think you're going to want to be part of it. Did I watch Halloween Havoc? Legato. Please get on over to my to my Twitch channel, and we'll be continuing the conversation over here. There's a reason for that. There's a reason I'm not completely answering your question right now, but you'll know. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your reviews. If you're on the Twitch, stick around because we're not done yet. But that was the chat.